Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another chapter of Two Cabins in a Shed. I've got to get the camera all the way back there to get in this monster that we're working on today. Well, actually it was a couple of days ago, but it took 2 days, well, an 8 hour total to cut up this monster. it's 18 inches by 18 inches and 30 feet long. Now, why are we starting this episode like this? Because good friends are hard to find. There used to be, around here, a man who cut stuff for us on a regular basis. He cut firewood. Well, that's what his side business was. He cut firewood, and then he also cut cedar for us, and he also, on occasion, ran the sawmill before it got into the white barn. And so Don, this one's for you. I think right now you are in Anchorage, Alaska. I think. Not quite sure. I think that's where you are. Used to be here until he met this long-legged blonde super fox from the west coast. He got Twitter-pated. Don, you got Twitter-pated by her. You married her and moved to Alaska. Well, you done good. You make quite a pair. So, my compliments, my appreciation towards friends. So, on with the rest of this episode, which is gonna pick up last time we were working with these beams, okay, this is one of the two, okay, the infamous two, all right, monsters that we had picked up, and we were talking about how it's going to use one on one side of the house and one on the other side of the house. Well, oh, my kids, one in particular, got a hold. He saw what I was up to. He asked me what I was doing with these monster trees. I said, I'm going to put them at the top of the wall on one side, top of the wall on the other side, to tie the house together so it doesn't do that, okay? And he saw what I was cutting up, and he said, no, don't tell me you're going to do that. You can't bury those, you can't do that. They're. He was talking like that, sort of. Said, you can't bury those trees in the wall. They're too nice for that. They're like, they're like magnificent. So, well, they are magnificent, but I don't want the house to go. Well, we had a little bit of a discussion. And long story short, I thought about it again, what I could do with these magnificent trees, how I could put them in the house. Well, we changed the plan. If you can see down here, see my little blueprint I wrote. I even wore a blue coat, blue shirt. My blueprint here, written on the end of the log. We are going to use these. Oh, this one ended up 18 inches by 18 inches. And look down there. See that? Can you see the end of it? It's 30 feet long. Goes from one end of the cabin to the other. Well, that's a good thing. And this is going to be, now we're putting it right up at the ridge. Okay? So redesigned in order to utilize this to maximum potential. This monster block of wood, 810 board feet in one. 810 board feet in one piece, one block of wood, one timber, one thing 65 years old. Okay? Yeah, they were sitting off to the side of the cut. I saw them. I offered them money for the trees, bought both of them, delivered here for $300. I'm a penny pincher. I'm really a penny pincher. And had to rework the sawmill just in order to get them in here, because everything in here maxed out. And some things you're going to see along the way. Oh, help us all. It's going to look like, what? Do you know what you're doing at all? Oh, it's just that it pushed everything in here to the limit. Turning this big of a monster so it doesn't just go kabam and bust something. The thing's well over 4,000 pounds as it sits here. That's my guess, 4,000 pounds. I don't know. It weighs a lot, I know that. Anyhow, so, where we're going to use it? Oh, up at the ridge. Okay, we're going to set rafters on top of it. Okay, the rafters have steel plates to hold them together. The rafters are 6 by 12s. Okay, Western fir, 6 by 12s, 12 inches high. So okay, the rafters sit like that, one every 4 feet, and the rafters will sit on top. See in the picture, rafters on top, and this, we're putting a center column right in the middle of the cabin. There'll be a gable end wall, this monster beam right down the middle, the rafters on top, and a center column under the middle of this monster to support it so nothing goes, all right? And in the center column, and we're modeling this cabin after the one that's built on the end of the property, okay? Anyhow, but the stairway in that one is, like a ship's ladder, really steep. Camera girl don't like it. Too steep, she says. If she likes it okay for theirs, but for hers, she wants the nice, Okay, she's very accustomed to the circle stairways. She's gone up and down circle stairways in our houses for years. So in the center column, the support column right in the middle of the cabin, going to be up. The circle stairway going from, well, from the main floor to the loft floor. So the cable tensioner to hold the walls together, that's a moot point. We don't need that anymore. We got a massive, monstrous. Well, it's timber frame sort of on the inside of the cabin, but I wanted you to see this, how we cut it up, worked it through here. Oh, the side lumber, all the boards off of it that we cut down to this, the side lumber is all blocked up for wainscoting. That's what it'll be. So it'll get set out in pallets and stuff to get stained by the weather and blah, blah, blah. But when it's in 1 inch thick, it can handle being out in the weather without rotting, you know. But it'll be out in the weather until we need it for the wainscot. We'll bring it in, clean it up, get it stained, or put a finish on it. But this thing, rotating this, and then cutting it, I had to take the sawmill, and on the blade guide, I've never cut stuff in here this big. It was just real. I had to cut 3 inches off of the end, the far end of the blade guide, so it would clear the posts. Because I've got a 16-foot bay in the middle where I cut 12-foot stuff that's maybe this big in diameter. But 30 feet long, no, nothing worked anymore as far as it being easy. Just to get it in here, I got new snatch blocks and stuff and fit them into the cables so I could hoist it up and roll it in on this beam, and we added the 8 feet out the wall. We cut it up, wainscot boards, ridge beam, rafters, and one awesome, overwhelming, monstrous, beautiful timber for in the center of the house. Now, hopefully the kids don't get after me about this. Well, if they do, that's just too bad. This is the way it's going to be. So, there you go. Nice you could stop by and say hi. You know, you could push the like button. I don't ever ask people to do that. You know, YouTube's got this thing on me where they've got me on a limiter. So, little does YouTube know what's coming next. Surprise, surprise. We win. If you can dream it, you can do it. And enjoy the journey as you go.